Everybody gets an Ambull.
Spiky bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I am Baer from SpikyBits.com, and today we are unboxing and potentially building the new dreaded Ambull and showcasing the larger, the XL version of their little case thingamabobber. It's a little bit bigger than the ones we've previously seen, and hey, so is the price tag. And you're probably wondering why I opened up with the everybody gets the Ambull little intro, and that is because literally everybody in 40K can field this thing. And I know you're thinking, if it hasn't already broken, well, I guess it has by this point. I mean, let's be real, it's already out there. Everybody can take the Ambull, so that's kind of crazy. We'll go over that here in a second and show you all the good stuff on the good stuff on the inside, as well as the sprues and everything like that. But first, let's take a look at the new case. Now this, I know it's hard to see because the magic of the camera, it's actually way bigger than the previous Kill Team, and what was it? I guess we had a Shade Speezy one. So this thing's 12 inches by 9 inches. So it's actually slightly bigger than a sheet of paper. So that right there should tell you, hey, this is definitely bigger than what I'm used to. It's $60 US, and it holds one piece, not a half piece, of that that case foam, the zigzag foam, not like the Habsy like we saw in the past. And I don't know whether it's the bigger size, or whether I was just being unfair, because, you know, I'm always like, hey, you know, this doesn't seem that sturdy. It's kind of like a reinforced canvas, maybe with some cardboard or something like that. I'm like, I'm not sure how sturdy this is. Don't sit on it. Obviously, never sit on your display cases. I mean, that's just stupid. Or your figure cases. But I was kind of pushing down on it here in the middle, where that Eldar figure is, and I was like, man, it actually seems like it didn't really hurt it at all. And so as long as your models aren't like super big, like this is about 2 inches thick, and if you're putting, you know, your standard 28, I mean 3 inches, actually 3 inches, wow, I'm way off. If you're putting your standard, you know, 25 mil, 32 mil figures in there, they might actually be pretty well protected, because I was really mashing down. Again, if you sit on it, it's probably gonna be back, but I was really mashing down on it. So either this one's a little bit sturdier and a little bit bigger than the previous ones, or I was just giving everything kind of an unfair shake, or these are actually pretty sturdy and definitely easy to throw in your book bag or your satchel bag with your rule books, and not have to worry about your minis getting crushed to go down and play whatever. And it looks like there's enough space to put your Blackstone Fortress minis in here, but obviously lay the robot down, because he's kind of the tallest. But everything else should fit in here. And of course, the new dreaded Ambull. I'm not exactly sure how tall he is. I imagine he's, I want to say, let's just spitball it. Let's say he's on a 50 mil base. I might just be making that up. But I'm pretty sure he's on a 50 mil. And 225 mils for his little worm thingy, mobobber. So here it is right here, the new Blackstone Fortress dreaded Ambull. He's $60. The case is $60. Previously, we saw the cases, they were $35. So this is about twice as big, but not twice the price as far as the case goes. So Ambull time. Well, what's going on with this? Everybody is talking about this thing because everybody can take it, apparently. So it's your classic, you know, just moving along the rules and things like that. So the kit itself, designed in the UK, made in China, so it's going to be that hard Chinese plastic that's becoming more and more detailed. I'll give them credit for it, but it's still not the same quality as, you know, say something you get out of a Battle Force, or not just a normal multi-part kit. It's going to come with all these accoutrements, all these cards and things, discovery cards, exploration cards, encounter cards, hostile reference cards, which are the ones so you can play them, what is it, the instinctive behavior and stuff. A Lair of the Beast envelope, that's the Cracker Jack prize at the bottom of the box. If you beat him, I guess you get to open it and get your prize. I don't know, we never opened the first one. We're not going to open this one. I know everybody was running around posting online, like trying to see if there was different ones, but we're not going to be part of that madness, because there's just kind of no need for it. So the box itself is actually pretty sturdy. I'm kind of digging it. It's nice, high quality, almost like a heavier, thicker cardstock with full bleed pictures, and it almost might have a UV coat. very similar to something you would see on like a comic book cover or something like that. And then, whoops, of course, I just destroyed the box. All right, cool. Well, it's not like it's going to stay in the box very long. Let's be real. Let's be real. And when you pull this out, it's all very nice and snug, obviously kind of secured by machines and stuff. Then we start getting into the crux, or the juicy inside. So all of the stuff you're gonna need is in here. So you've got, and this comes shrink wrapped, but we already took a look through it just to make sure things are on the up and up. So you're gonna have your assembly guide and your data sheets, your Blackstone Fortress, what was this? This was the mission. The little layout of how to put your tiles, and there's going to be tiles that come in here too, and then a little background story, flair, and things like that, and everything in here. It's actually a good read, and definitely check that out. And then here's your cards for everything like that. This is the containment area, and those are the little pods, infection pods, I forget what they call them, whatever. And then it's got this little pull out of box Ubi tray that we used to see with the little $35 characters, which is really neat. And this thing, boom, there's your sprue, there's all your cards and everything. You've got your instinctive behavior cards right here for both the Dreadbull, or the Ambull, and the Ambull Enraged, and then all that stuff on the back. So it's laid out pretty well, and I like how the plastic is over top of this to protect it from the sprue. Then your Cracker Jack prize at the bottom. It just looks like, you know, it's just one of... there's multiple cards in there, it looks like. But we're not going to open it. We're not going to spoil the surprise for it. 50 mil base, 25 mil slotas, partridge in a pear tree, encounters, Archaeotech, discovery cards, all the stuff you're going to need. Let's take a look at the sprue. And then we got a little bit of time. Yeah, it looks like we're good on time. We'll get out of here. Maybe put this together. Let's see. So, overall, it looks pretty well detailed. I'm actually, wow, all right. It looks pretty well detailed. Let's see, lots and lots of, I mean, there's lots of flat areas, lots of flat space here that you're gonna have to really spend a lot of time blending and stuff with either desaturated glazes, desaturated paint glazes, or you could obviously do an airbrush, but it doesn't look bad at all. It looks like it's ETB push fit. So let's check the flash. Seam lines look pretty clean. Doesn't look to be too crazy as far as that goes. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, so about 5 minutes later, it's together. It actually took longer to clip the parts out and kind of trim down as many of the burrs as I could find. You can see I missed a couple right there and right there. That's all right. We're not counting that. So it goes together pretty well. And G-Dub did a great job hiding a lot of the mold lines or the gapping into areas where it would be the undercuts and things. So where there would naturally be a shadow, there might be a little bit of a gap, but this is all just snap fit together, no glue at all. I mean, obviously I would go back and use a little bit of glue, but it's very hard to see unless it's in the right light. But once you glue it and prime it, you're really not gonna see any of that. And the same for the little grub duders on these 25 mils. They go together. They're pretty cool. They got little doing stuffs and hanging out. I don't know what it was all about, but anyways, there it is. Very easy to get together, and the reason I didn't show you the instructions first is because that's going to lead us down another rabbit hole. So this may be probably what most of you wanted to see. So here's the instructions. It all goes together: left, right, front, back, top, left arm, fist, and then the grubs. But probably what a lot of you want to know about 10 minutes in or whatever is, how do I get this in my army? And if you haven't heard yet, well, faction keyword is unaligned. So pretty interesting, because the only other stuff out there that's unaligned is fortifications right now, if I recall correctly. So it's an elite choice. The points are on the back, and it actually spells out that you can take it into match play. If you're playing match play or a game that uses points, you can use the following list to determine the total points of your army. So you can take 1 to 2 of the grubs for 12 points each, or Duder for 70 points right there. And the reason you can put it in any army is because it is unaligned. And if you're like, wait, how does that even work? Well, we looked it up. It's on page 214 of the Choose Armies in the main rulebook right there under Army Faction. All of the units in a match play army, with the exception of those that are unaligned, must have at least one faction keyword in common, Imperium or Chaos, even though they may be in different detachments. So doesn't apply. It can be Necron, it can be Tau, it can be Eldar, Eldari, Asuriani, all the things. It can be in any army. So, is it good? I don't know. We'll talk about that more over on the site, but weapon skill 6, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 6, strength 6, toughness 6, 7 wounds, 4 up, 70 points, 4 attacks, a 3 up save. But maybe more importantly is the rapid tunneling thing. You can remove this model at the end of your next movement phase, set it up anywhere on the battlefield more than 9 inches away from enemy models. So it can get around pretty quick, you can jump around the table, and it regains lost wounds. Very cool. Neg 3, strength of user, which is 6, does D3 damage, so it's no slouch. You can definitely kind of wreck the back end of most people's objective grabbers or boards or things, and it start out of danger, end up over by danger that maybe it won't be that much danger, and start taking objectives in the backfield and things. The bone worms also do the same thing, and they're neg 1 to hit as well, so kind of interesting there. They're melee, man, it's okay, but each time you make a roll of 6, a wound roll, they're resolved at AP of neg 2. Other than that, they're a 4-up save with 2 wounds, so chances are they're just a distraction, but for 12 points each, and they fill up a whatchamajigger, what is that called, elite slot. So in theory, if you wanted to take a brigade of something and your elites at 12 points plus 12 points, oh no, this could only be 1 slot, womp womp. So it wouldn't quite give you a brigade, but it would get you on the way to be a brigade, I suppose. You would still need something else in there. At 70 points, it might be worth taking if you got the extra points. And yeah, very interesting stuff there. So that's it. We're over 10 minutes. We did what we could. We showed you the model. We showed you the new rules. We showed you the new case. I think we did it. We did it, folks. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing, build, and little rules extravaganza, so to speak. New Blackstone Fortress Ambull is available now for $60 US. The case for $60 US. And anybody apparently can take it in their 40K match play army.